My name is Dami Oke. I am from Ogbomosho, Oyo State. This is from the western part of Nigeria. I am the CEO of Data2Bots and happily married with 3 kids. Actually, I was born in Lagos. The first 20-something years of my life was in Lagos. Schooled in primary school was in Apapa, Lagos. Secondary school was in Ogun State. University was in Ondo State, now Ekiti State. So yeah, that's basically, my movement, I would say, around Nigeria. And after graduating from the university, worked for a few years in Nigeria, worked in Ghana as well, moved to the US, worked in the US, and moved to Europe, worked in Europe. So I've worked in different parts of the world. Data2Bot, as the name implies, is basically trying to automate data-driven solutions to be able to give intelligence and insights to businesses. So if you can see from our logo, we have a bot, which talks about automation. We have Data2Bot, which means automating data processes to help businesses make informed decisions. Data2Bot started off from my attic, which basically means I was developing a lot of custom solutions for organizations. At some point, I could not deliver alone, so I had to get support from freelancers who could work with me to deliver for the clients. And I just thought of it that it will make sense, of course, to start training people with my expertise and eventually hire them to work for Data2Bot. So it was a mix of, I would say freestyle, to be able to identify this opportunity and build on it. Data2Bot has been helping organizations across several industries to solve problems, from the airline industry to the banking industry to the telecommunication industry. And how do we do this? As an IT consulting company, what you would expect is that we have either our own custom solutions, or we have our consultants who have expertise in specific kind of solutions, and we deploy those solutions to the clients, or we, of course, send our consultants to the clients to help their internal team or collaborate with their internal team to be able to implement the solutions on their platform. And that's basically our business model. So a typical IT consulting company. Well, thank God for the beautiful team I have. We've been working on a strategy to be able to start, providing our services in Nigeria. Almost all our employees are Nigerian, so it only makes sense that we also, bring the knowledge back home. And what we've been doing is, of course, trying to first have a physical office in Nigeria, and also to build a sales team who can help us, penetrate the Nigerian market. We are also working on our existing network that we know. As you know, your network is always your net worth. We're just working on our existing network, be it in the government or in some private sectors, to be able to penetrate the market. And penetrate the market, what do we bring? What we bring is basically intelligence and automation at a level that is currently beyond the Nigerian market. Because what we see in the Nigerian market is that a lot of companies are emitting data, but they're not actually storing this data, okay? And if you don't store the data, then you cannot get intelligence from the data. And with this, we will be working with specific clients to help them, improve their BI and AI landscape. As you would expect that in countries where opportunities are available at a big scale, there would also be a lot of challenges. We are already experiencing some challenges, and the challenges are mainly infrastructural challenges, I would say. Infrastructural challenges ranging from where do we want to be positioned in terms of physical presence, which should be our first businesses in terms of industry to penetrate into. We are already talking to experienced marketing consulting companies who already have experience in helping foreign businesses penetrate into Nigeria. So we're also working closely with them. So we're still in a research phase, market research phase, to be able to, take the less risk, when moving into a new market. Data2Bots solutions, you need to see it like a pancake kind of model, which means the base is always going to be very generic. We are going to build solutions that we can have generic on the base, and the topping is going to be customized. So you just imagine having a vanilla or a pancake, and you said on top of it you want to have strawberries topping, or you want to have chocolate toppings. So that's the customization. That's really the vision of Data2Bots solutions. We don't want to build something or solutions or data-driven solutions, as it may more resonate with some of you, that are just customized. We want to build things that we can quickly scale with. So it's going to be generic but customized. One of the challenges we will be combating, or at least helping our clients with, is how can they, take away waste from their processes? How can they understand their internal processes such that they can reduce costs? How can they even, capitalize on opportunities that are in the market? And how are we able to answer all of this from their data, from public data, from their data? These are the kind of things we will be doing in very responsible ways. So currently, if you look at the Nigerian, I would say data space, it's really sparse, okay? There are a couple of organizations that are already, having people come out of them to start their own small IT consultancy, or even trying to build some solutions. But based on the analysis we've done, we see that it's really sparse. There's really no center of authority that you can run to, either to get more knowledge, to be able to build your own solutions, or to even see as a leader in the industry. That's something that is not yet, it's not yet concrete, I would say. My advice for entrepreneurs, especially in the Nigerian market, is to be in the long-term game, okay? We're still really young when it comes to harnessing data to be able to create value. So we need to be in the long-term game. You can't be in the short-term game because it's not gonna work. You need to really be in a long-term game because we have the population, we have a lot of companies. Look at the fintech industry, look at the aviation industry, look at the even the traditional banking and finance industry. They are emitting a lot of data, but are they really using it at the scale they should be using it? Are they really using it to actually increase their value as an organization? I don't think that is the case. They can do more. So entrepreneurs should be in the long-term game because the decision makers in those sectors still need to align with this modern technology and see how they can use it to increase overall revenue. If you are an SME, wondering where can I start my data journey and how can my organization, harness the data it has, I think we will be the right person you will be speaking to. And if you are an existing company that already has a data landscape, so you have your own data platform, you have your own internal team, and you're like, hey, am I spending the money the right way, or what is the value I'm getting from this team? I think talking to Data2Bots team will be very useful for you because when we partner with businesses, our first goal is how do we help you become better at what you do, and how do you make better decisions that will translate into increasing your bottom line.